back. Episode number 23.
Mm-hmm. 23.
It's a 37, but yeah. Anyway, episode number 23 of the LeftBench podcast.
You got the Extendo Diet Coke.
That's the second one in the last 20 minutes. Back for your NFL episode this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to catch the groove of the schedule. You know, we've said, oh, we're going to do it this day, and then we do it the next day. But, you know, we're here regardless. And it'll be out before Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all I care about.
Could be out tonight.
Yeah. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then we'll be able to get back on the schedule. We just had, Stranger Things released, bro. What do you want from me?
Exactly. Anyway, we're back. First off, how are you doing today?
I've had a better day than you. You had a debacle at work.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to. I had a pretty good day though. You know, playing, work, gym, work.
Gym.
Work, gym.
Just keep repeating.
I don't know. Just fucking. It never ends.
Yeah. You know, same shit, different toilet.
Same shit. I've never heard that before. That's really good.
But all right, you just want to get into it. You know, we're gonna go until.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about. So we switched up the format kind of.
Yeah.
You guys know how we were talking about every game. We're like, whoa, and we kind of like sped through it.
And then the camera died.
And then the camera would die or whatever. Now this time we have a battery in the camera, full charge. No fucking way. Whoa.
Fucking idiot.
Our cat. Anyway, but instead, me and Mike each chose 3 storylines to discuss, and we'll be able to go in depth on them. Whether that be the game previously, or like a preview into the game, or just like a impending off-season question, or kind of like maybe like a legacy question. Just anything we want to talk about over the episodes. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of let it rip. Yeah. Big Mike, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll start.
Shit.
I do actually want to. I know this seems like one of the weaker games of this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not weaker, but I do want to talk about Thursday Night Football. This Lions-Cowboys game. I think this.
Fuck yeah.
This has some decent playoff implications here. And, 2 of the more fun offenses when they're clicking.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown's is going to be out for a little bit, so that does hurt the Lions. But Jamieson. Jamieson, Smith, and Jigba.
Yeah, there we go.
Jameson Williams.
That was good, actually.
He picked up the slack last week against.
Yeah.
They lost, but he did pick up the slack for them.
He picked up the slack, but dropped the 4th down catch.
He did do that. But it is fun to see Jameson Williams go off for his little 120-yard 3-catch game for some fucking reason.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He is fun when he's good.
Yeah.
There's games where he just disappears, but other times it's just like this game against the Packers. He was pretty fucking good.
He's a rare idiot / non-diva wide receiver.
Yeah.
They asked him questions about why he gets the ball, and he's like, why he didn't get the ball. The guy just doesn't care. He's kind of like, it's pretty funny. He's like, oh no, we're winning. He seems like a really good guy. He's just like a dipshit, which is cool.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need dipshit receivers.
Yeah.
And it's it's good. But yeah, I do think this game will be very important, obviously for the Cowboys and the Lions, just to stay afloat in their divisions. The Eagles have been kind of teetering downward.
Yeah.
In terms of the NFC East race specifically, and the Cowboys are creeping up a little bit. They're I think 2 games behind now, and it's there's the chance that the Cowboys could make a push for that, and then the Lions, same thing. They're kind of on the downward with it, like the Eagles are. They've been back and forth. Won a close game against the Giants, which is probably not a good thing that it was close, and then you lose to your division rival, cameo.
Nice.
And then lose to your division rival who you're trying to fight against. On top of also the Bears being in first place as well. So now it's going to be 2 teams really just trying to get back on the upward and hopefully into the playoffs. So
this is juicy, Mike. I am actually really excited about this one. First of all, polar opposite vibes from these teams. The Lions just feel like the vibes are horrible there right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Do we know?
It's like a 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. You need him for 2 to 3 fucking weeks though. Like
these are the most important. 3 weeks
some must wins. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Cowboys the vibes just completely switched, and it's just like they're super fun to watch. The defense is slowly getting better. Me and Mike's draft darlings are doing well. So Ravel and Ezaraku.
Oh yeah.
So me and Mike cashed out on that. We never sold the stock, even though why would you sell the stock? It's only been a couple weeks, but no, like this is like I'm super excited, and I think the long-term implications of this game are super interesting if it goes a certain way. I feel like if the Lions manage to win, it backs off a lot of questions. But if the Lions do lose this game, you're sitting there at 7-6, I believe.
Yes.
And the playoffs just feels like it's probably not happening at that point. You're still alive. You're in the hunt or whatever.
Yeah.
You still have control of your destiny. If they lose this one, it's first of all, you miss the playoffs, and there's a lot of questions going on with Ben Johnson looking really good in Chicago, regardless of how phony some of their wins are. Like they look really good. You lost him. Dan Campbell taking the play caller duties,
which it has helped the offense, but at the same time, it's like the defense is just kind of falling.
Yeah,
at the same time, so
there's no opposing edge rusher to Hutchinson, which you fucking need. Tyreek Williams doesn't have that pass rush juice.
Hutchinson didn't show up last week at all, by the way.
Yeah, McNeil, just no pass rush juice. It's really interesting. Brian Branch. Seems like he's just
either suspended or
just losing his fucking marbles. It's really interesting, and you have a lot of guys just constantly banging up, like Kirby Joseph. What if he just fucking retires?
Yeah, I heard that knee injury's not good.
Yeah, it's bad, just so. And it feels like it's every week with him. It's really interesting of where do you go from here if you're the Lions?
Yeah, and this game is more important due to the fact that their schedule besides the Vikings game, doesn't get very easy.
Yeah.
They play the Rams and the Steelers the next 2 weeks, and then they end the season against the Bears. In between that's the Vikings, which they did lose to. So, don't rule that out.
Yeah.
9 actually played decent.
Which is hilarious, yeah.
Yeah. There was 9's one good... I just keep calling him 9 now. It's not even...
we have
JJ's not his name anymore. But the schedule's not in their favor. And that is really something to think about when you come into this game tomorrow night. And just, obviously they want to win every game, but this raises the importance of that. And you've got to play the Rams, who are incredible right now. Their offense, they played kind of bad last week, but
Yeah, but honestly, it was just as much as I love, I was just talking about, I think Bryce is my favorite non-Colts player, but the Rams lost the turnover battle 4-0.
It was just a bad stat.
Yeah, so it literally just means and whether the Panthers won by a field goal. So if one of those swings, the Rams win. So yeah. I'm not worried about the Rams off that one, but yeah, this is about as must win as it gets for the Lions. Unless you believe in them just running the table after and I do think in their division with the way the NFC is surprisingly looking pretty good this year. You kind of have to win this game. You can't really go in the playoffs losing 7 games. You have to, if you're gonna afford a loss later down the line, you have to win this one. And then it kind of it really gets bleak after, because I think Goff's cap. This is just off the top of my head, but I think I heard something that it jumps to $60 million per year next year.
Sounds kind of right.
Yeah,
I can double check that. But.
And then you paid your guys, or which good but you have major offensive line questions. I know Ragnow tried to come back, but you miss him desperately this year, man. Desperately. He's an all-pro, and just you can't really lose guys like that. No matter how good Sewell looks, and Ratledge is kind of kept together, but you can't what?
His cap hit jumps $37 million from 32 to 69K.
Whoa.
Or 69 mil. Sorry.
Whoa.
Where the fuck?
69,000. Yeah.
He's cheap.
He drops. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just I mean, in golf, like, I don't want to be that guy, but like he is like about as game manager as it gets. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect him. He's a statue in the pocket, and just like the way that things are set up now, with like a weaker middle of the offensive line, that's just not going to do. So you have to address that right away. Which I do like the Giant. I mean, sorry, I like the Lions and Giants. It kind of rhymes. I like the Lions front office. But it's a big ask, and you got to like figure out the defense on top of it. I feel like there's a lot of holes, and you're paying guys a lot of money. Things are about to get like really hard in Detroit, so must win for them. And if you're the Cowboys, if you win this game, I mean you're looking at the Eagles are just bad vibes galore right now, and you have a game on them.
Plus, this would push the Cowboys ahead of the Lions, by the way, in the standings.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because in a
They
wild
have the
card.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, shit. I mean, it's also like they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Eagles. Like the Super Bowl matchup, they wiped them out. Now it's like if you beat the Lions, like you're just a playoff team, and like they are a team. I'm saying like too much, Mike. Damn it. But I'm sorry, Mike.
You're good.
Hold up. Big Joe. Pause. Apologies, I got a phone call. Urgent one. But yeah, I think I was talking about how the Cowboys are playoff contenders.
Yeah, I just want to move on to the next one.
And honestly, I was probably rambling too, so that was probably a good cutoff. All right, Mike.
You want to go with your next?
I have my little storyline I want to hit you with. I now have, after watching, my Super Bowl pick.
Okay.
I've peeked into the future.
Like winner or just the matchup?
The winner. Matchup feels close to impossible this year.
Yeah.
But I do have my Super Bowl winner. I've peeked into the future. Who's the ghost of Christmas future, right? That was one of them. Mm-hmm. Took me to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
And I saw it. And Sam Darnold is holding up the Super Bowl trophy this year. Big
wow.
Mike. That is my Seahawks. I watched that. I mean, so their assault on the Vikings doesn't really tell you anything. Like it was bound to happen. But their defense is for real. Like FR.
PHARREL.
Pharrell. That was good. That was a good quick spelling, Mike. That was impressive.
I know.
But I mean, I just think Mike McDonald, he was like just ridiculous on the Ravens. I mean, I think they have better horses on the than they did on the Ravens. A better overall defense than he had.
Better
there.
roster. Yeah.
Like like they had stars. But like this is just kind of like. Everyone is solid across the board, it feels like. Maybe you're missing, you are missing, stars.
You don't have a Kyle Hamilton.
You don't have Hamilton. You don't have
a Roquan.
But, and then, he got, some really good Marlon Humphrey years. But, Witherspoon is, close to a star. And then DeMarcus Lawrence, I mean, he turned back the clock, man.
Was he 33?
Yeah, he's looking like a premier edge rusher.
I mean, he had a 2 touchdown game. He had just some crazy fucking.
Leonard Williams, it's just insane.
Former Giant.
Yeah, for Giants legend.
Julian Love too.
Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. You guys are the blueprint.
Just stole our defense.
But yeah, they are now my Super Bowl pick. I think Darnold. I'm not concerned about the yips in the big games.
Yeah.
He kind of He didn't have a stinker this game. I think he got Flores, which Flores he's just known to do that.
Yeah.
If you're the Seahawks, you're probably like, oh, thank God we don't have to see him in the playoffs. So you're clear on that. And he kind of just shit down his leg against the Rams, but he didn't play horrible. He just had a lot of turnovers. I'm really confident that the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl this year. I think there is no weapon in a better situation than Smith and Jigba, just as far as target share. Their run game is bad, but they commit to it at an impressive rate. And I'm a big Kenneth Walker fan. I love K9, man. Like, he's a good back. Even when the blocking's not good, he's a good back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think this defense is too strong of a force. I think they're going to be, defense travels, rain, sleet, or snow. They're going to get that dough. And I think this defense is going to be hoisting the Lombardi this year, Big Mike.
I don't hate it. I like it. I think like you said, the defense is fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten the resurgence of DeMarcus Lawrence, like you mentioned. Mm-hmm. Ernest Jones has put up a strong campaign a little bit as well.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Nick Emenwari was a good
pick. He's just scratching the surface, man. It's scary. I'm scared of them.
And then obviously, like, you've got Julian Love, Tariq Woolen's looked better than he did last year.
Yeah.
Devon Witherspoon. You mentioned the defensive line guys as well.
Yeah.
And then Mike McDonald just caps it off, as well as like your head coach just being a defensive mastermind. And it's just, I do have the question mark of that game against the Rams specifically.
Yeah.
Where because that's the team.
That's a playoff game. That's
the team leading your division currently.
That's the team that you're gonna have to get through to get to the Super Bowl.
Yes, and that would probably be a Rams home game as well. If it stays the way it is right now.
Yeah.
So, I do have that question mark, as well as. I can't recall their game against the 49ers, if I'm being honest. How many times have they played them twice yet? I don't think so. My phone's being slow.
They played them early in the season. I think first game of the
season.
They lost. Yeah, that was
That was their only time against them. Okay, so yeah, I do have that question mark as well. Is that's another team in the division that's close too. Mm-hmm. I think they're only a game behind, so you do have to worry about them as well. And that in the NFC right now, you lose 2 games and it looks like very bleak.
Yeah.
So obviously this team can do that. They can. If they stay afloat at where they've been playing like recently, then it's fine. But I do have that question mark as well. It's just like Sam Darnold in these games can just sometimes look like I'm seeing ghost Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Where he just turns the ball over 5 times and you're like, well, fuck. JSN will put up 60 yards and it won't matter.
For how bad Sam Darnold looked, they were in that game, though.
Yeah.
That's the most impressive part about it, man. Like, you're just like, oh, they could have won that game. And they should have gotten blown out with how many turnovers Sam Darnold had. Like, that's just how good their defense put up an all-timer against Matthew Stafford, man. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yes, and that'll be the key part of, their run, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how that goes. I don't hate it. I can definitely see it happening. It also depends on the AFC matchup, who, again, I have no fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
First 3 weeks, I thought it was the Bills. And then the Patriots took the lead in the division, and now, the Colts look strong for the first 11 weeks of the season, these last few.
If I had to lean right now, and it's I think it's because of the type of year we're having. If I had to lean right now, the Broncos, just because of the defense. Everyone's it's such a close game. They have all these close games against bad teams. That's just that's because their defense is good. Their offense doesn't really need to do shit, and their defense is going to keep them in the game. So if I just had to guess, it'd be the battle of 2 elite defenses.
Yeah,
but it never works out that way, honestly.
No, it doesn't. I can see the Patriots as well. Fuck the Bills, maybe, and the Chiefs. They get in the playoffs, and it looks like they just lock into a different gear. Which
also
them getting in the playoffs is a question mark.
Right? I don't really have belief in them, but they do have the quarterback factor. The Ravens probably will win that division if I had to guess. And they have Lamar Jackson, so he hasn't looked good, but he has been an elite quarterback.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how the AFC turns out. It's just very bleak at the moment, but right now, my next one.
Oh.
Actually, it goes right into that.
Really?
I have the Steelers-Ravens game.
Oh shit!
It's a big division game.
This is fun.
Because we're looking at 2 teams right now that are kind of limping into this game.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald.
We were just talking about him. Aaron Rodgers, playing with the broken wrist, did not look good last week.
Oh my God, no.
They did not look good last week. It's the Bills.
It's time to pack it up for real.
I do think he should retire. Mm-hmm. But that's a different story. Mm-hmm. Right now, they did not look good. And the same thing with Lamar. He's been, to be frank, fucking awful.
Yeah.
for Lamar standards. He's not really running the ball. Last week he picked it up a little bit against like the last 2 weeks, but the throwing's just been awful. He's been turning the ball over crazy. Now last week he had the two the fuck ups from his receivers, likely dropping the ball in the end zone, and then Flowers pushing off, which kind of debatable. But anyway, still nonetheless was called. And
also, can I say one quick thing before you keep going? That I hate that rule, the end zone touchback. I don't like it.
I also hate it.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
But which is funny because we also ran into it Saturday on the game, the Ohio State Michigan game, which was fun, even though it kind of was a blowout. Anyway, but yeah, it's just like kind of two quarterbacks specifically limping into this game, and it's like who turns it up? I guess I don't know. Like it's a weird one. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm super excited for this one just because of how like history shifting this one could be, because we live in a world with a non-0% chance that either Mike Tomlin or Harbaugh are parting ways with their team at the end of the year. I don't know how you phrase it, but the seats are hotter than ever for both of them, and they're dueling it out. And if you're Mike Tomlin, like, what's your reason for staying at the Steelers right now? You're just like, you guys can't find me a quarterback. I'm looking like a goofball. The defense isn't looking good, and they're the highest paid defense. And I think we paid all the wrong guys. Oh no! And everyone's old. This game has a lot of like not only like playoff stakes this year, but a lot of like future stakes. Yes. Like what immediate reaction needs to happen this offseason, because whatever team doesn't make the playoffs this year, there will be an immediate reaction.
Especially if it just spirals downhill even worse. Like, say the Steelers lose this game and fall to 6-7.
Killer. You're a killer, Mike.
Anyway.
He's good. He knows what the kid's like, dude. We're trying to be more like a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, but fuck that. If the Steelers fall to 6-7 and just keep nosediving, and go 6-8, 6-9, 6-10, and end up, just like maybe 7-10,
Yeah, which
breaks the streak for Mike Tomlin, by the way.
We've never seen that ever.
And you go, okay, well, this just looks bleak. Your quarterback's 40 years old. Your coach, he's been there for a while. He's a respectable coach. He's a great coach. I get it, but it might be time. TJ Watt's 32 now.
Yeah,
it's like kind of getting to the point where you're like, all right. We sold out for DK Metcalf a little bit. I mean, not really sold.
And kind of like traded George Pickens because of it. They probably won't say it, but they kind of did.
They did. And it's like, you're looking at the numbers now. He's got more yards than your whole receiving staff. It's like, it just looks like just a big mismanagement right now. And you got to kind of like hit the reset button and just go, all right. I don't know about TJ Watt getting on the move, but, look for your quarterback in the draft. Which you could have had Shadur, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But look for your quarterback in the draft. Maybe it's Will Howard. I doubt it. But,
Yeah.
And just, maybe hit the reset button on the coaching staff as well. Which, as a Giants fan, hey, Mike Tomlin, just saying.
Also, sliding doors this kind of like runs into my next storyline, but I'm going to save it for later. But I'm going to bring this up. They should have taken Jackson Dart, funny enough.
They should have.
Yeah, like, I do think a lot of these problems would go away if they had a quarterback with some juice. And you guys know I'm not the biggest Jackson Dart fan, but he's better than fucking Aaron Rodgers right now. I mean, Aaron Rodgers looks dead, and like he wasn't talking about Johnny Smith. Like, honestly, I've always been like anti Aaron Rodgers shenanigans, but pro Aaron Rodgers playing because he's so fun to watch. But when you're 41 and you got blood leaking down your face, you're allowed to get mad at your tight end. You're old and you're grumpy, dude. So it's like whatever.
That, and every time he gets hit, he's just like,
oh my! I mean,
the facial expressions.
I do kind of feel bad for him now.
It's elder abuse, basically.
It is elder abuse, man. Like, it's disgusting to watch.
Like, the Buccaneers at least protected Brady when he got there, right? Like, they had Tristan Wirfs and you had some of the other pieces, and it's like, oh, we're taking care of the quarterback that we're paying probably $40 million for? All right, Rodgers not really, but, still. So
it's really interesting. I do think the Steelers have more to lose in terms of like something has to happen. I think you have enough excuses if you're Baltimore this year that like they lose this game. Baltimore missed the playoffs. I do think Harbaugh has like and more excuses, and there's more of like a case with Mike Tomlin. It's like, damn, what's the excuse? It's the same one I've had the past 10 years. It feels like
for Harbaugh, Lamar missed 6 weeks.
Yep,
something like that, and then you've got Zay Flowers has looked very off and on.
Yeah.
Like I get it because he was missing Lamar, and you're playing with like Tyler Huntley and whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
It was what the fuck's his name? Cooper Rush.
Oh yeah.
Like you had that going
Cowboys
for you
legend.
for 6 weeks or whatever it was, and it's like, yeah, your numbers aren't gonna look good as a receiver. And then Mark Andrews has had like his issues as well. Derrick Henry, when Lamar was out, kind of wasn't great either.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you have your excuses a little bit because you're missing your MVP caliber quarterback, and when he came back, it hasn't looked good either.
Yeah.
So.
Disgusted.
Huh?
Disgusted.
All right.
But real quick, make a pick for this game.
I'm gonna lean Ravens. I think Lamar finally sets in. You know, I've been asking for this for a while, but you know, he's just when he's right, he's fun to watch. As you said earlier, Aaron Rodgers just looks dead.
Yeah.
He looks like a zombie out there, kind of. The broken wrist it was broken, right?
Yeah,
he broke his wrist, and I'm like, it is fucking with him. It's not a throwing wrist, but still, it's like.
I mean, it fucks with you because handoff, all
it just
that
hurts.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's never been more over for the Steelers.
It'll probably be cold too. It just fucking accelerates.
There's no juice.
Babe, what are you doing?
Yeah. Huh. Anyway, there's just no juice there. So, Big Mike, my next storyline.
What's your pick? You didn't say anything.
Ravens by far.
Okay.
Like I think there's something there.
Yeah.
Like there's no juice, and then there's like a couple drops of it falling out when you tip the bottle. Big Mike, my next storyline might hit a little too close to home for you, but I want to talk about the Jackson Dart post-game interview. I don't know if you saw it. So, briefly to those of you that don't know. So, Jackson Dart, who I've not been a fan of, looked pretty good against the Patriots. His quick game is there for as limited as receiving core is.
And the play calling,
all that kind of made a believer out of me. Like, I still think he has his ceiling isn't. Me and Mike probably disagree on his ceiling. Neither here nor there. He's looked good in a bad situation, and his quick game looks like it's something that could be dangerous in the future.
Yeah.
But he took a fucking beating, and most of it was his fault. Like in terms of like get out of bounds, all that. And you know, Drake May had that problem last year. You know, it happens to a lot of guys. Like Jay Daniels has had that problem. It's not really it's a concern, but not a concern unless he comes out and says, I'm not going to change the way I play, and basically being like, oh, you see my high school tape, I take hits or whatever. Believe it or not, this is not high school, pal. He got his shit rocked on that one play, man. And like it was a very clean play. Like he didn't step out of bounds. And like, and if you're the Giants offensive line, like went to like you gotta attack them. You gotta attack them. But if you're like, so why are you fighting him? Like the Giants would probably just be like, I just like the hit was hard. Like, Jackson Dart. My concern is, I mean, truly, say you found your guy. If Jackson Dart, if no one gets in his head, and looks like no one has gotten to his head.
Yeah.
If no one gets to him and says, hey, like, this isn't about you, get the fuck out of bounds, he is going to average about 5 games a year. Like, it's looking that bleak for someone who has juice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my storyline I want to get into. I'm concerned about Jackson Dart.
Yes, as a Giants fan, I am also concerned about it as well. You know, I do think part of it was Daboll kind of, like, embraced it, you know. He does, like, there was, like, I do want you to be safe and, like, you know, protect yourself. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like Daboll played, like, called play, like, you know, ran the game to where, like, it was like, I want you to just kind of just put your head down and go for it.
Sorry to interrupt. I remember thinking like, oh, this is all Daboll's fault. We've now learned that like Jackson Dart has a lot to play with this as well. Yeah. Like just putting himself in danger.
I just think it was like what he was used to basically. Yeah. And like Mike Kafka also was like playing with it a little bit to where like, you know, he'll still run the QB runs a little bit, and it's like it's not really what I mean, to be fair.
It shouldn't have to be a problem though. You know, like
shouldn't be.
Someone who is good at avoiding contact is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is like he has, you know, like it's not, you know, a great time to give Jalen Hurts praise, but he's so good.
At least for throwing the football.
Yeah, but he's so good at like getting out of bounds, avoiding contact, and you know, skill wise we can debate it, but he could play forever. Like he is just so good. Like Lamar Jackson. Jackson Dart has 0% of that.
Yeah, and like I said, it worries me. I do hope that the next whoever coaches this team next year, hopefully Joe Shane's gone too. Mm-hmm. But whoever coaches this team...
he's gone. After that, did you see his post-game press conference? He's gone. He's gone.
It wasn't even post-game. It was the fucking day after.
Yeah, the bye week. He does the bye week or whatever. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, and they were like... it's funny because it was like, oh, he's interested in... I forget who it fucking was for coaching, but it was like some awful fucking coach. I'm like, dude. I think it was Gruden.
Really?
No, it wasn't Gruden.
The amount of juice that would have just
it'd be funny, but like I'm good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's just I don't want him as part of this coaching carousel. Okay, she's pissing me off.
Yeah. Neither here nor there.
Can you grab that?
I don't think she wanted me to have it.
But yeah, I don't want Joe Shane part of this coaching search, and whoever it is that does become the coach of the Giants. I want them to like emphasize the like you need to protect yourself. Mm-hmm. Like you have two pretty good tackles. Like Andrew Thomas is awesome, and then Jermaine Illuminor is great as well, especially for what like you've got him for.
You also have a Bo fan in me. I like Bo.
Marcus, well, he doesn't play, but yeah, he's good. Yeah, and you know,
but for the future, like interior offensive lineman.
Yeah, but you've got two bookend tackles that are like pretty good and that you can rely on. And he just like plays almost looking for contact, like Scadaboo as quarterback, basically.
Yeah.
Which could be just playing off energy of his best friend on the team, but at the same time, it's an issue. Mm-hmm. And you've got to know as as the quarterback, you have to protect yourself, and because it does end up in plays like where like Theo Johnson ended up fucking basically tackling the fucking dude that hit him.
Yeah.
And it's just like. All of it's bad because you can end up with a concussion, and then there's 15-yard penalties, and just like all of it's just dumb.
And also, we don't live in the era where it's like quarterbacks just get the shit beat out of them. Like, we now know that if you play, and also like one thing Jackson Dart is not built like is fucking Cam Newton. Like he's
not 6'5", 250
Yeah, like it's just like if say nothing changes. Jackson Dart has a 2-year NFL career. I promise you that. Say not a thing changes. You know, like
he'll be white Tua.
Yeah, and it's just like if none of this is different, Jackson Dart is just gonna be like a guy that we like mentioned. Like, holy shit, remember Jackson Dart? And like, if you're a Giants fan, like
I mean,
this guy,
should have looked like Andrew Luck a little bit. You know,
and like.
For different reasons.
Andrew Luck was even more built for that. And Andrew Luck was better at preserving his body. Like,
it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't really his fault. This is like all Jackson Dart's fault. Like no matter how, like say like you could put the best offensive line in front of him, he's still going to run to the outside and like try to hit a linebacker. It's fucking like, this is just a kid being dumb. And it's not about him anymore. It's about the Giants. Yeah. So, if I had to if you had to put a prediction on it, do you think this gets better, truly? Just because, like, the amount of denial, the amount of negligence, that post-game interview, like, it actually concerned me.
Yeah. I in the end, I do think it'll get better. I think right now it's more of just, like, there's a lot of shit going on with the Giants. You know, whole new, like, it's not even a regime because Kafka's not going to be the head.
The vibes are bad / weird because of like the Abdul Carter thing that like we won't even get into on this episode. Like everything's just weird.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, a weird like everything's moving. There's a lot of moving parts of the Giants right now, and I think if you finally get some stability next year as like a new head coach, that we can just hit the reset button and just go from there. New head coach, new GM. and just hit the reset button and just, those people set it into his brain and, Scadaboo and just all these young guys that you need to, like, play with less, like, danger, I guess, and just, hopefully that it does get better at the same time, because like I said, I'm a Giants fan, and, it does scare me. Even if it's like, even if I wasn't a Giants fan, it would suck. Like you said, like it's just like, at the end of the day, he's like 22, and you don't want to see this dude just like fucking end up with CTE at 24.
Yeah.
So I pray it does get better.
Yeah.
But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. Hope.
Yeah.
Hope and pray.
All right, my next one, that one I'm not gonna steal from you, because.
What was it?
The Colts game.
Oh, I you know what? I didn't have it. I have a different one. It wasn't the Colts.
What'd you have?
You'll see. You'll fucking see, dude. I got one next. Huh?
Is it related to that?
No, it's not. It's
okay, because I have that on here too.
The Colts?
I had the Colts and the Bears game.
Oh. Okay.
But anyway, you want to do? Yeah, let's fucking talk the Colts.
Okay.
All right, I got our next one that we're gonna talk about is the Colts and the Jaguars game, because this does have major like division implications right now.
We jacked each other off this one. I brought up Giants. You brought up Colts. We know how to press each other's buttons.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a big one. Obviously, it is a big one. It's a big game. Colts. I know it hurts. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's looked rough the last few weeks. Daniel Jones is playing with a broken fibula. It's just you can see it fucking with him a little bit. And then the run game's just not been the same. Honestly, like Jonathan Taylor slowed down a little bit. I don't know if it's his fault. To be fair, I haven't watched as much Colts as you have, obviously. But
I'm locked and loaded with opinions.
No, yeah. And it's just like the offense doesn't look the same when the defense isn't. And now Sauce is hurt too, to where like you've just like garnered your first round picks for 2 years and then lost your wide receiver one. I'm fucking with you. But lost to Donnie Mitchell, who looked pretty good last week. As a side note,
might end up being wide receiver one
for them. Yeah. Well, they've got Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. It's gonna be a good duo, honestly.
Yes, hopefully. If Garrett Wilson stays on the fucking team.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just been like a spiral downhill, like we said with like the Ravens. Just kind of like a weird spot right now. But I want to get your opinion on like how the Colts are looking.
Yeah. So bad. First of all, bad. Like my opinion is negative. My biggest problem is that Daniel Jones isn't the problem. I think that's the worst part about all of this. It would be so much better if I was like, damn, we're so good, but Daniel Jones is fucking this up. I feel like that's an easier problem. Daniel Jones looked really fucking good for someone on a fractured fibula, playing probably the best defense in the NFL. Like, the Texans were heating him up, and he had some great throws. I don't know if you saw the one to Alec Pierce. Did we watch this game together?
Yeah.
Okay, you were here.
We just do the 4-screen.
And like
the whole time.
His balls have been on point. Like, heavy,
crazy wording.
Yeah, but touchdown to Tyler Warren. He just came in through some great balls, man. Like, he just looked really good. The communication with the wide receivers looks off. Shane Steichen is on a generational run of bad play calling right now. And then our offensive line on the run game is not getting the push it used to. And the Texans, they're a great defense. They're not especially strong in the run game. Like, they're gettable in there, and we just didn't get them. And then the thing that's also a major problem is we get Sauce Gardner, and then we lost DeForest Buckner right then and there, and we don't know if or when he's coming back this season. And DeForest Buckner, Kareem Hunt, Patrick Mahomes played bad in that Chiefs game. Kareem Hunt beat us. We lost to a Kareem Hunt team. That was really it. And then now the Texans, who kind of have a juiceless offense, just kind of bullied us on the ground as well. Our pass rush doesn't have any juice. Laiatu is the pressure king, but it doesn't result in any fucking sacks. And we lost the guy we traded 2 first-round picks for, and we're now in danger of that being a top 15 pick, because we might miss the fucking playoffs. That being said, I do have us winning this game, surprisingly enough. I do think that the Jaguars, I think they're a solid team. They're so fucking weird. They're the dumbest team in the NFL, but they don't have a superpower like the Texans do, and we barely lost to the Texans. Daniel Jones looked pretty good. He's looking solid. I think if we can come in, and I don't think we're going to get bullied on defense the way that the Texans bullied us on defense. The Jaguars also lost their tackle, fucking Anton Harrison. I think they should be more gettable than the Texans were. CJ Stroud looked bad, but Trevor Lawrence can look worse than that sometimes. Or he can look like fucking Brett Favre in his prime.
Look like the number one pick.
Yeah, it's super weird. But yeah, the vibes are super bad. And in terms of the future, it's kind of just hope and pray. We don't have our first round picks. Oddly enough, but Daniel Jones has looked solid, and he hasn't looked elite or whatever. But the future's bleak as a Colts fan. And then if you go to the Jaguars, your vibes are heading up starting next year. But you got to figure out this goofball gene that you have, because you get Travis Hunter back. Hopefully, if you're a Jags fan, Gladstone, his whole F them picks philosophy that he got from the Rams, he'll be able to. They have a lot of late round picks, so hopefully you can hit on some defensive players. The vibes are headed up, and if you're the Colts, you're just thinking okay, the vibes are headed up for the Texans next year. The Jags are gonna be back next year. Who knows? The Titans might beat you in a game next year.
They might have an offensive line.
They might have any juice whatsoever. And so if you're the Colts, missing out on that very sexy 2027 draft. And at the time we made the trade, I was like, oh yeah, well it'll be the 32nd pick of the draft. I'm like, dude, holy shit, how tough our division could be next year. I mean, it could be a top 15 pick. I'm scared of that.
That, and then also you got to think about, the AFC just maybe looking better next year. They've kind of gotten down years from the Ravens and the Bills and the Chiefs. Maybe in 2 years or even next year, those teams look like themselves again.
Yeah.
And it's oh fuck, now we're we're outside looking in basically.
Yeah.
Without your first round pick, so
and a very good draft.
Yeah, in 2027, I mean, I'm not saying they're bottom of the barrel bad, but if somehow that does happen,
anything could happen. That's the problem when you take this bet and then a lot of things have to go right.
Yeah. And then this year, I mean, even if it was a top, God forbid, it's a top 10, if you're 10 somehow, who knows where Caleb Downs goes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has a safety at the end of the day. You could be losing out on that. And then next year, Jeremiah Smith. So these are fucking incredible. I know it's only Ohio State guys I just named, but
and also sorry to interrupt, good quarterbacks next year potentially. If this Daniel Jones thing does go to shit, he's looked good. He has looked good, but this is 1 year. I just don't know. Does he look like Sam Darnold, or does he look like Mac Jones next year? You just don't know. Yeah,
and then you're you got guys like Dante Moore coming out. I'm thinking of later in the draft, obviously, because Mendoza's probably gonna go 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. But you've got guys like Moore. I mean, Ty Simpson maybe. Guys like that just could be later first round picks, maybe second round picks, that you don't have the spot to take, or you don't have the draft pick now, and you're fuck, because now we're stuck with Daniel Jones basically, or hoping Anthony Richardson revives himself if he's on the team next year.
Yeah.
So it's just a weird spot to be in for the Colts right now, and
sad times.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
So my last topic, Mike, is another sliding doors event happening outside of the NFL that will affect the NFL. This weekend, Saturday, and I don't know what kind of shenanigans you and me will get up to for this, but Ohio State versus Indiana is happening this week. And the way that I want to keep this NFL related is if Fernando Mendoza does manage to knife up this NFL Ohio State defense,
basically,
what will teams be willing to give up to have the ability to draft him? Because as of right now, the Titans have the number 1 pick. And I don't think you give up on Cam Ward. I think
no, they're rolling with him.
Who is, and I think if Mendoza does look elite against this Ohio State defense,
I'm just gonna peek the
that should be able to put the paws on him. But if not, we're looking at an NFL ready quarterback. Who gives them the Godfather offer for Fernando Mendoza, barring this, elite performance against the Ohio State defense potentially?
So on the outside of the first overall pick right now, the Giants are second. Mm-hmm. Not gonna take a quarterback.
Yeah. And I think they'll win. They'll win games at some point. I think it'll happen.
We'll see. Anyway,
over Jackson Dart's dead fucking body, literally.
He might die. Anyway, this is where it gets like quarterback hungry. The Saints, Raiders, Browns, Commanders, no. Jets, and then maybe the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. And then fuck it, maybe the Falcons. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, they don't have their pick, so it's
the Rams. Never
pretty
mind.
hard to get that offer.
The Rams, though, on the other hand, could.
Yeah.
They could do that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, Dante Moore sitting behind fucking Matt Stafford for a year.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, But
they play layoff. I mean,
I don't
more
see a
like
draft. I don't see a draft.
Trade up to first pick if Mendoza's looking this good.
Yeah. So I think Saints, Raiders, Browns, Jets, Cardinals. I think the Cardinals would probably be in on that as well. So that's 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. I think you do have really, deep conversations with those a decent amount of those teams, especially like the Jets.
Yeah.
Getting those picks from the Colts specifically, being like, okay, we have basically 3 first-round picks to be like, all right, Titans, what's up with that pick?
Yeah.
Or even the Giants, what's up with that pick? And just let me see, like, if they do believe in...
I feel like it's got to be number 1 at this point, like, with how, like, the quarterback class is. I feel like it's not going to be the number 2. It's going to be, like, if Mendoza is the premier... Because, like, he's the most NFL ready. The Dante Moore experience is, like, if he's the best prospect, or like Mendoza, if he knifes up Ohio State on national television in the championship game, it's like, oh shit, like this is happening right now, go get him.
Yeah.
What's the offer?
Yeah. So, I do believe that like Mendoza, that'd be probably first or second overall, depending on where this draft, where the draft does end up with some of these teams. I could see the Raiders doing this as well.
Yeah.
I think they've seen enough of Geno Smith.
Yeah. And you need some kind of good vibes there.
Yeah.
You need something.
Just hit like
a life raft.
Get rid of Pete Carroll. Just kind of hit the reset button again. You've got your young running back. Hopefully Max Crosby is like still wanting to play there. It kind of seems like he is.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If Myles Garrett stays with the Browns, then fucking Max Crosby has something to live for, I guess.
Yeah.
But just kind of reset the vibes.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll has not looked good as the head coach this year, and that is probably in part because Geno Smith has been terrible. So I think if you get your franchise guy that you believe in, then it does really just bring up the juice for that team. Like, I mean, the Giants looked like it with the Jackson Dart draft pick this year, where it's like, it really just sets the tone for your team and just, makes everyone, at least like if they're still bad, it's like, well, at least they're fun.
Yeah.
So you have that.
The teams that have juice to jump up are
My favorite would be the Jets, by the way.
The Jets. 2 first-round picks for the Jets. 2 first-round picks for the Browns.
I mean, 3, shit.
Yeah, basically. And 2 first-round picks. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Cowboys pick. 2 first-round picks for the Browns.
Shit. I was thinking 4, because the 27 pick, 26 pick, their pick this year.
Oh, the Quentin Williams is next year, I think. Anyway.
Well, still, yeah.
But you can still trade.
You have 4, yeah.
But,
and then bad.
The Browns, if Stefanski stays around, I think they would be looking to get aggressive and trade some picks to get up to the first pick. But
Shedeur Dylan Gabriel for the first pick.
Shadeur's probably gone at that point. Gone. Okay, yeah.
For the pick,
for the pick, yeah, you're right. Just to back up Cam Ward. But I think so. This is far out, very far out, and like we're not into mock draft season and everything. But if the team, I think that, and they don't have quite the MO these teams do, so they need to really get aggressive. But if I'm the Minnesota Vikings,
I get it though.
Fernando Mendoza looks like a very safe quarterback. That's one thing that we like about him, and if he shows what he can show. And, if he looks awful against Ohio State, this whole conversation is over, but not over, but like it's not what it was.
It's dimmed down.
Yeah, it's dead. That's why we're releasing it Wednesday night, and maybe you can look back. And
yeah,
go, damn.
if he gets kind of fucked up by that defense, you're kind of looking like, okay, maybe you could stay at 3.
Yeah,
and deal with it, but who knows?
But if you're the Minnesota Vikings and it's just like everything feels there except quarterback is such a net negative that it is like debilitating. If you are the Vikings, and hear me out, you have Kevin O'Connell, who
might be
next year could be going for his job, basically being like, we gotta show something. Brian Flores, you have a win now team, win now defense, win now weapons. If you are the Tennessee Titans and you're getting all these beautiful picks and everything, these beautiful offers.
Yes. Let me just see what the Vikings would be at.
What would you say if you're the Tennessee Titans?
The Vikings sit at 11 currently.
If it's 11th pick, potentially getting worse. I don't know how many more games they're gonna win. Trade picks with the Vikings. Get their next year first. Get Jordan Addison. And insert defensive player of your liking. And the second round pick. I feel like it would be that level offer if Mendoza's looking that good, and how desperate I think the Vikings would be at that point.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. Because that does benefit, Cam Ward having like an actual weapon.
A weapon.
You could see Jordan Addison being a number 1.
Yeah.
If he has like, an actual fucking quarterback and not a Jack Doherty fucking doppelganger.
Yeah. I think it's over. I think that's over.
But we're good. So the Vikings, schedule-wise, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants, they might win that. The Lions...
no.
The Packers.
I don't think they beat the Giants.
I don't think they do, but we'll see.
They don't... Yeah, so...
I've watched the Giants. They could win that fucking game. I'm sorry. I know. I get it. But...
Brian Burns would have to be 100 feet away from that game for them to lose that game. Like, he'd have to have a restraining order against that game.
I guess.
I do think if Mendoza, barring this Saturday, there could be some Godfather offers in play for that first pick. Yes. And the Titans could be the beneficiary of a very, very desperate but potentially juicy quarterback class.
Yes. And, we'll see. We'll see Saturday.
Yeah. And
then we might have the 2026 first overall pick that same game. Who knows?
Same game.
And I might not be talking about Sam.
And you meant 2027. Jackass.
Sam? He's a sophomore.
Oh, I thought you were saying the 2026 for. Oh, okay. I see what you. Never mind. I'm tweaking.
Oh no! I am talking about Sam. My bad. That is my bad. Yeah, 2027 first overall pick, and I might not be talking about Sam.
There, so you landed it.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those are 6 fucking storylines for you guys to chew on this week.
All right. I had a quick one, though.
Oh, yeah. Hit me.
Who's your MVP?
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. It's impossible. You know what sucks, man?
I have mine. It's very weak. But it's not really weak. But
it's probably just Drake May.
That was mine.
And, he hasn't even, looked good these past these couple weeks. He looked good in the Giants game.
But everyone does.
Yeah. And, Stafford just, basically
slid down his leg.
Yeah, he basically acted like he just didn't. He was basically like, please, can we just not give me the MVP? That's what he did. The Taylor hype is done.
Which I'm sorry, but the running back one.
Yeah, it was. I think it was more. It was more so about how many MVP votes he could get or whatever. But yeah, I guess it's Drake May.
Because right now Drake May sits at first in passing yards, 4th in touchdowns.
Yeah.
Passing. Wait, what the fuck is that? Oh, yeah. He's 9 behind Stafford, by the way.
Who would you give it to if I said no May, no Stafford? Who? You can't say Jackson Dart.
Why the fuck?
Because you probably would, bro.
Is Sam Darnold crazy?
Yeah.
I don't
but
know.
Then again, I mean,
I guess
it's crazy in any other year. It's just because this is a horrible MVP year.
I Dak's team's bad. Mahomes' team's playing not great.
By default,
It'd be Darnold or Goff, but like Goff's.
Honestly, I would by default if the Cowboys limped into the playoffs, it would be Dak. Honestly, that's just how fucking weird the year is.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say Caleb Williams, but he doesn't have the numbers for it.
Yeah.
His team's just their defense.
It's just so weird. It's so weird.
It's a weird year.
Yeah.
And it's just
Myles Garrett missing the playoffs.
That's
and
getting
MVP.
Yeah, I mean, Myles Garrett might be like a solid option at this point.
Yeah.
But I think it's Drake May right now, and we'll just we'll see how this end of the season goes. But right now, it's Drake May for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 7 storylines for you to chew on until football this Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
And then some stuff for Sunday.
NBA episode, maybe Saturday. Depends on when how college football goes.
Dude, we're gonna have to record it like Saturday morning.
Or we can do it Friday.
Because I go to Chicago Sunday.
So Friday.
Friday, yeah. Friday.
We'll have it out by Saturday, probably.
Yes, we will have it out by Saturday.
Anyway.
All right.
Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to everyone that posts. So, Sam.
Yeah.
And Dakota.
And yeah.
And Joey.
Occasionally.
Sometimes.
Fuck you.
Anyway. Thank you to everyone. We'll be back Saturday.
Yep. Subscribe,
share, like, all that shit. Peace.
Seahawks and foe.